It is we have, and so grateful. Evening, too long. Boom, virtual reality. I'll make sure I keep us engaged for too long. All quite mindful of that, and we'll continue to be mindful of that in this season. So um, tonight's TNT is actually a a continued conversation with regard to the sermon on Sunday. Some TNTs, as you know, are based on the sermon from the Sunday prior. And this past Sunday, the topic, or the sermon title rather, was Rejecting Rejection. And so I want to continue that. And tonight in particular, I want to talk about overcoming rejection and how we go about overcoming rejection. Before we get started, I want to read the scripture that was used for Sunday's sermon. And again, I hope you all enjoyed it. This past Sunday was also the return of our sermon talk back on Sundays after the sermon or broadcast. This together. Um, and I will make sure, I'll make sure 6 verses 1. Disciples followed him. Where did this with are being the son of Mary and Simon, and they took offense at him. Then Jesus said to them, prophets are not without honor except in their hometown and among their own kin and in their own house. And he could do no deed of power except that he laid hands on a few sick people and cured them. And he was amazed at their unbelief. Then he went about among the villages teaching. So I hope, FCBC fam, that was helpful. And I'll read that one more time, if we can. One more time, I'll read it. And that is from Mark 6, verses 1 through 6. One more time, I'll read it for those who are just getting on. He left that place and came to his hometown, and his disciples followed him. On the Sabbath, he began to teach in the synagogue, and many who heard him power are being done. And Simon took offense without honor. Kin there, except that belief, rejection. Yeah, well, I have experienced there's a story and recapture a little bit of that from the sermon. And then I'll talk about ways that we can overcome rejection. Since that sermon on Sunday, I've had quite a few people tell me that they've been dealing and they had to deal with rejection in their lives and had to really navigate those spaces and places where rejection was real in their lives. I'm seeing that some people are also saying that there's some freezing taking place. Hopefully, that'll get rectified shortly. But Jesus is in a place where he comes after performing numerous miracles. The scripture says that he comes back home. And when he gets home, he begins to teach and preach in the synagogue. And it's astounding gifts. He get all of wisdom from where at the one moment for his the scripture isn't this we know moment they're almost wondering how could this are they happy this moment is part of what I pointed out on Sunday, that there are persons who in one moment can be in awe of you, but in the next moment, extremely critical of you. Now, I'm going to say it again. I noticed that we're having some issues with regard to, the class tonight freezing. And we're going to try to rectify that. At least I will try to rectify that and see if it is me on my end. And thank you for all of you all who are being patient. We're not sure why it keeps freezing. I'm not sure why it keeps freezing, but let me see if I can rectify this on my end. And thank you again for being patient. Thank you for being patient. See if this, hopefully you all, I don't know if it's my end, all of you who are watching tonight and this free. All right. Be patient with us. Thank you, FCBC family, for hanging in there. I just got a text from our tech people to see